Hey, how's it going? Uh-oh, hold on. Forgot something's... Okay, I think I got that all taken care of. So, uh-oh, now you can't see my stupid signs. Oh, they're not stupid, they're for YouTube. So, today I'm going to talk about Velvet Buzzsaw. Velvet Revolver tried to come out. Sorry, Velvet Revolver. What to talk about first? I didn't think about that before I started doing this, but I think I'll start with the art itself. It may, in the end, everything that happens in this movie be art's own commentary on the world that it has to live in and the people it has to live with. Okay, so I will start with, I guess I'll start with Gretchen because, well, I can relate to her in a lot of ways. So she is the gallery owner, the main story gallery owner, and or not, I don't know if she owns it, she runs it, and so she's in charge of buying the art, and she has to see it and appraise it or get it appraised, or you know, whatever the process is, and collect artists and wrangle them and manage them, manipulate them. But she's interesting, and I can relate to her because she's a woman, but she is a former girl that was in a band like myself, so I kind of like that, you know. She's got a tattoo that turns out to be unfortunate, always with the spoilers, and but she, I mean, if it is anything like the world that I came out of from that life of being in the band and being on the scene, it's gritty, it's gnarly, like, it's not just involving music, it also involves people and their proclivities and their personalities, and I mean, have you heard about, like, rock stars? It's a crazy life, even if you're not touring the world as a rock star, just in your little town, things can get crazy. So, and it's not because of the music itself, but it's around the scene that grew from people doing things with the music, like playing it, replaying it, like DJs and, you know, dance houses and discos and things like that, and live acts, and across the board, you know, any style. Music is powerful. And so is art, kind of the same way. Like, in some way, on some level, that it's kind of, it's so subjective, it's indefinable, but like, everyone feels it or is affected by it differently. So how can you come up with like one way to characterize it? you can't really, but you get, you know, your collectives and whatever. That's not what I even want to talk about, but art and music, or art, like, we are the conduits of the inspiration, and so just because we can do that doesn't make us perfect people, right? Like, Phil Spector, really talented guy, great ear, woo nut job. That was a technical term. So, yeah, it can really, like, get all up in us and make our world. Like, that guy, just same example, Spectre, his influence is so widespread in a way that is maybe lost today because his hits, his musical history is lost in the past, and what you know him for today, if you know who he is, you know that he's the guy with the crazy wigs that killed a woman that he invited to his house. I've talked about this before. So, yeah, Phil Spector. Look him up if you're interested. What was the woman who came to her unfortunate end in his house? Oh, I just did this. I'll put it in the box if I remember, because, you know, you can also look it up. So it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, I'm not saying the music affected him and made him the way that he was. That was like a human thing. And also, not going to go into all of that. I mean, I think we all know somebody who's maybe brilliant, but also like completely off their rocker. And you can maybe not like connect with them in a lot of ways. And they're like, their gears don't mesh with you really or anyone, and they're just like so brilliant. They're different and nuts. I don't know. And so artists, okay, like art artists up on the wall, not really necessarily making a sound art like Picasso. Or sorry, not Picasso. Dali. He was an interesting one. He was an oddball. And like I said, I don't know if art made him all kooky, but he sure made some kooky, great, interesting art. And so did Picasso. Like his art, I mean, I feel like his probably were more organic. I mean, they all had this, but he was a womanizer, is what I'm saying. But his art is also outstanding and out there, and, well, the style says it all, but I can't remember the name of it right now. Isn't that great? Somethingist. It'll come to me. Like after I'm done with this in the middle of the night. Or before, hopefully. Like while I'm still doing this would be night. Impressionist. Jeez, Louise. Yeah, and he went through all these like style periods, and it influenced media. Like I remember cartoons, I'm remembering them now, or like childhood animations that even now still I think it influences, like his Cubist era and stuff. I see like, or have seen children's animations and thought, that is Cubist, or that looks like something Picasso or someone else did. But like those two, Picasso and Dali, to me have this, I mean, if you want to, I don't know, they just made some art that obviously made a serious impression on me, and it's funny and weird, and so are they, and it's like a whole package. But these are the kind of personalities that art has to deal with, and I would say that art, the expression of art, the result of the expression is like the product of a being, pretty much. So it's like like I said, we're conduits. So that's what I think. So maybe when it came to this particular artist's work in this movie, the spirit of it kind of, once it sort of asserted itself, it seemed to bleed into other stuff that wasn't necessarily his work. Like art was like, I'm as mad as hell, I'm not gonna take it anymore from these people. Okay, so that's like kind of where I feel like the art was in this movie, other than being its usual self, beautiful to the eye of the beholder. And then there are the people. So, okay, I talked about Gretchen. She has a relationship with Morph Vanderwall, which is Jake Gyllenhaal's character, and he's an art critic. And he is foppish, I guess you could say, or sort of he's femmy. I'll say it, he's femmy. But he's not, like, he has a relationship with another character who, well, getting ahead of myself, but he has a relationship with this woman who's another character. And, I kept wondering, and I didn't bother checking because it kind of doesn't matter, because I think art galleries are kind of universal, but I couldn't figure out if it was in LA or New York. But like I just said, it doesn't really matter. You're going to find a certain clientele, you're going to find a certain kind of people running it, and the people that are around it, like an art critic. So, he is like, sorry, something funny. He is like Edgar Allan Poe and his literary rival back when those guys were alive, where they're just sniping at each other through their work, and one of them was an editor. Well, Poe's rival, whose name I don't remember. Sorry, you can look that up. I'm not gonna fill that in for you. Take my word for it. They were both writers. One was an editor. They hated each other because it was like rap dudes, like, sending volleys back and forth. And but one had this platform that he was a newspaper guy, and he was the guy that Poe had to submit his stuff to. So, stuff got through, so editor dude must have known, damn it, this shit's good. But they didn't like it. And if you read the correspondence, well, I don't know if it's correspondence directly between them. It's sort of aggressive, passive aggressive. They do it in the papers, but it's kind of funny. Anyway, it's kind of like that in this art critic world. And so this guy, I guess, is like the top guy in the world. He's like young and handsome, and he knows everybody, and he's a snappy dresser. I don't know. He's some kind of dresser. I don't know what that style is. It doesn't do it for me. It's sort of model mannequin wear. I don't know. It looks weird and fake because I know he doesn't in his real life. I can't imagine. I don't know, but I can't imagine he would ever wear something like that. Like, it just must have felt like a costume, which, it was. But the thing about him, though, is he's very sharp. He doesn't have really anything good or nice to say about anything that he reviews. He's a harsh critic. But, I guess he kind of gets away with it because he's cute, and his word will get your art sold, and he must approve some things because of what I just said. Otherwise, who would bother with him? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So anyway, and I didn't put together my thoughts about this character as a person until like right before I did this, which is probably a week and a half after I watched the movie. But let me see what I said here exactly. If you are wondering why I have on a microphone and earphones, it is because I do not have a Bluetooth mic, but I do have Bluetooth earphones. And copyright stuff I was already a little nervous about before, and then something happened right after I talked to one of my friends to get permission to use their music. And if I use the music of someone I know, I'm going to get their permission first. But I think even if I have the express permission of the artist, I don't know if I say so now and YouTube sees it, I might have to like show that first. I don't know how it works. It just felt like it was getting all weird. And even the last friend of mine that I asked, he said, well, he asked about the copyright thing, so maybe he knew something was gonna be in the works. I don't know. So I'm not playing anything on here. But what I'm listening to, I'm listening to something else. I'll tell you at the end, or put it in the information box. But that's what's up with the... Yeah, so interesting, right? Where is what I put about him? What the hell? Oh, sorry. My notes ran into my shopping list. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. It's right on the top. Duh. Okay. So, he has hostility, and nothing's good enough. I suspect it's because he doesn't feel like he is, and he doesn't know how. Well, I should have put a ... after that for myself because I didn't complete the sentence. He doesn't know. Blah, blah, blah. What I was trying to say was, well, what I wrote was, doesn't know how, but it's too late. And I wrote doesn't when I don't know what the hell I was saying. What I think I was talking about was that, he doesn't know how to know he's good enough until like the end, but it's too late. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that as far as his fate, but he does get it finally at the end, and I think that even though things don't go great for him, like in the end, because he has one that we get to see. But he does a couple of things that I think possibly keep his associate alive, which is a good thing. Like, redemption, that's good. So, another person, because I'm not going to list them all, there's 96 cast members, and they didn't all have, they might have just walked through and said something, and there's, dream people, and I was having enough trouble, okay? The markers fat and ease were giving me a real problem, okay? I tried to write Coco, which is the person I'm talking about right now, and I think she's the same girl that's young woman, that's in Stranger Things, and I don't remember, and I could be wrong. But anyway, the character she played, her name was Coco, and I kept writing it. It kept looking like 60. Like, I'd write him and sit down and be like, that looks like 60. Marker. Well, okay, enough fussing about that. Anyway, so another character I will talk about was Josephina. And she is played by, I don't know how to pronounce the young woman's name, so I'm just going to leave it at Ms. Ashton. So I said that she doesn't know who she is without someone else's approval or accomplishment. So morally impoverished, she not only disregards the maintenance crew following the more... What? Following the vastly powerful artist/alchemist's clear instruction to dispose of his art. So she has a neighbor in her building, and she comes upon maintenance man clearing it out, and she finds all this art, and she's like, oh my, she works in the gallery, okay? I'm not sure what her job is exactly. She interacts with people on behalf of the gallery. So some broker capacity or something, artist handler, and she literally hooks up with an artist. And I'm not going to tell you to take your mind out of the gutter because they were hooking up. So, but she also, like I said, hooks up or I didn't say this, but she hooks up with more, she hooks up also with Morph, who I did mention has a thing with someone that I was going to talk about later, and this is her. So anyway, so morally impoverished, she not only disregards the maintenance crew following the vastly powerful artist's clear instructions to dispose of his art, she ignores his request to not sell/profit from it. Dollar signs in her eyes, that's what I'm thinking, for her equal people thinking she's A, B, or C of her. Wow, that intonation was really bad. I don't know what I'm saying. Dollar signs in her eyes that I'm thinking from her equal people thinking. What? Oh. Well, she's got dollar signs in her eyes thinking that if she... thinking people that are her equal, thinking she's A, B, or C of her. Okay. The potential profits that she can make from the pictures. She thinks if she has them and sells them, people will think that she's smart for getting them, and this is a real thing. Like, the art's going to confer some kind of change to her personality, and it's not any more than the shirt you're going to take on and off. But people attach value to things, and maybe it's kind of a waste of time, I guess is what I'm saying. Whatever it is that she was missing from her own self, fill in like all of these false things. She thinks it's going to make her something, and it's not. She's mad. She's angry. We get to see her register her frustration. It's like all over her face when she feels things are not going her way. And, well, I don't know, it's like greed and ego, which, I mean, anywhere there's art around, you're going to find those two other things, and they're not necessarily a good combination in like any case. So I don't know. Ego and fame and talent, it's like, I can see how it might make you kind of nuts like that. That is getting me all mixed up. But yeah. So, and then what else? Just a few words about the gallery owners. The gallery owners. I don't know what's up with that. I'm obsessed with the gallery goers. They're riding the fumes of each other's pretension people, buyers, who they are because possession of another's, because of the result of another's talent, empty dumpty. That was a judgment in case you didn't get it. Yeah. So, trying to wear somebody else's shine, that's weird, and people can usually see it, and I don't know, I mean, I've never mentioned it to someone, like, I wouldn't, that would feel weird and invasive, and also I think it's something you have to discover for yourself, because if someone tells you and it doesn't go well, you might get other things in front of dealing with the first thing, like you might resent having someone bring it to your attention. And sorry, I'm just going off in space. I'm almost done. What was the other thing? I had something else. Oh, the names. I thought the names were kind of strange. Like, like okay, the one of the other gallery guys, like from a different place. His name was John Dondon. John Dondon? John Dondon? Dondon? I don't know. It's just strange. I feel like there's something I'm missing. But wait, there's more. Wait, Gretchen. I used the wrong name. Gretchen was Toni Collette's character. And I think she was one of the first to get it. Because when this wacky named woman, who was the actual gallery runner, operator, manager, whatever the position was, maybe owner, who knows, she might have been obsessed, I tell you. Rhodora sold this guy's stuff to a bunch of people because she got Morph to get out and say, like, glowing things about this new find of an artist's work and create a buzz. And then Josephina was like her agent and was out selling it to everybody, as was Rhodora Hayes. Rhonda Hayes, Hayes. I don't know if I'm just making that up. I have no idea. But you know, musicians often have fake names. Anyway, and the band that Rhodora used to be in was called Velvet Buzzsaw. And she has a tattoo of their logo, which of course has a buzzsaw on it. And so she, much like Morph, realizes too late her predicament and gets rid of all of the art as best she can. Shoot. I'm just going to leave it at that. She gets rid of the art in her house. She gets rid of the art in the gallery. Like did she just sell it to other people? I think she did just sell it on instead of destroying it. I could be wrong. Oh, this is bad. Bad reviewer. Bad. I can't even spank myself because my hands are full. Do it in your imagination for me. Slap my hand. Bad reviewer. Hold on. She, Rhodora, odd name, I don't know what's up with that, just kind of cracked me up. But Rhodora gets rid of all of the art in her house, not just the deceased artist's cursed works. Other stuff that she had, she's like, I'm getting rid of all art. Like, she really caught on. Again, though, like Morph, too late. Because she left that tattoo on her shoulder, and that is art. And that is what gets her. And that was one of the things about this, like, aside from all of the stuff that I kind of got from this movie, it's like a interesting twist on a horror movie. Like, you don't expect it to be so violent. You don't expect it to be gory, as gory as it is. And, you know, once everybody understands what the artwork is about, it's too late. And that's, like, kind of delicious. Because it's a great twist. Like, I just didn't even see it coming. And I didn't even hardly hear about it. I didn't hear about this movie at all. I mean, I had all the same media machines that I have now. I don't know how I didn't hear of it. Okay, well, anyway, wait, there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, right. So I noticed this happens with other actors. Like, I did appreciation of Brendan Fraser series, like, maybe 2 years ago now, last year. But in his movies, you can see, like, over years, but I wouldn't say starting with The Mummy is where I noticed this recurring actors in movies that were like the next Mummy one, or even ones that were not Mummy related at all. There will be someone from those movies, and other actors in movies and TV shows have their crews of people that they like to work with, and it'll repeat. And like I kind of like that, because if I like the people in that crew or troupe, I want more when whatever the series or thing is that I'm watching runs out, when it ends. It's like it just makes me feel comfortable. It's like a routine. So Jake Gyllenhaal does this too. So I've only talked about like a couple of the movies of his that I've watched here, or that I've put on here, that I've watched. I mean, I did watch them, but if I didn't put them up here, how the heck are you gonna know that I watched them? Like, I gotta tell you. So I've only put up some of them, but looking at the ones that I did put up here, I noticed that he's got a recurring theme. Two of them. And one of them is that he has Rene Russo a couple of times. So I still have more of his movies to look at. And some that I've already seen, like Donnie Darko, which I can't decide if I want to look at again, but I'll just see how it feels. But she's in Nightcrawler, and this one, Rene Russo is. And he definitely, the character that Gyllenhaal played definitely hit on her in Nightcrawler. In this one, they don't have a thing or anything like that, but she's there. And also there was The Good Girl with Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer, what was that? I'm enunciating. Well, anyway, yeah, Jennifer Aniston's in it, and they work at like a convenience store. She and Jake Gyllenhaal do, or something like that. Or I don't know. I saw it a while ago. They work in some like drone clerk type establishment, and he's like a young adult, late teens, and she's, I don't know, mid-20s, 30 maybe, and they have an affair. And I thought, I saw that a long time ago, and I thought, oh wow, I'm a perv like that. I was like, oh, he's cute, I'd do it. But I just realized watching this, I was like, wait a minute, this keeps happening. What does that mean? I do not know. I like to think about it though. And so, it just outed myself. Oh no. So, let me just get back to the crazy names, and I'll finish up. So, but Morph, what the hell kind of name is Morph? As soon as I saw it, I thought, if you flip over that M, it's Worf, which is another kind of strange name if you're not a Vulcan. Klingon, yes, Vulcan. Dizzy. Okay, so, yeah. Worf, John Dondon, and Rodora. Who made it? And, okay, so Claudio, that's not an unusual name, but they spelled it Claudio like a cloud. And in Spanish, I don't know, it looks like Claude, so I would go with Claude, but it could be Cloud. I don't think so, though. Anyway, the names were weird. And now that concludes this review of the movie. I guess I should say what I thought about it. I liked it. I thought the story was really cool. Like, I don't know. I already said anything else I have to say. I'm like running out of words. I don't know. Go see it if you want to, or you don't have to go see it. Good luck where you're going to go. It's not in the theater anymore. I don't know. It might be $2 Tuesdays, because I didn't hear of it. No offense, people that made the movie. You know how the industry is. Sometimes your movie don't land. It doesn't hit. So, but it did with me. Thank you and good night. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to do it this time, really. Okay, bye.